welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your meal and had good conversation about meaningful meal times, fun guests, and wonderful memories that you have shared around your table. At this point in the evening, we move from celebration to somber, as we know that after dinner, Judas will sneak out the back door. Jesus and friends will go to the garden to pray. And there in the garden, Judas will hand him over to the authorities. Come, let us worship. Our gospel reading tonight comes from Mark 14, beginning with verses 32 to 42. Then they went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death," he said to them. "Stay here and keep watch." Going a little farther, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible, this hour might pass from him. "Abba, Father," he said, "everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. "Simon," he said to Peter, "are you asleep? Couldn't you keep watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Once more he went away and prayed the same thing. When he came back, he again found them sleeping because their eyes were heavy. They did not know what to say to him. Returning the third time, he said to them, "Are you still sleeping and resting? Enough! The hour has come. Look, the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. Here comes my betrayer." As we move into the final pieces of our worship service tonight, know that this service will conclude and it will feel unfinished. It's meant to. It is not yet finished. Please join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for our Good Friday worship. Our evening continues in the Gospel of Mark 14, now with verses 43 to 50. Just as Jesus was speaking, Judas, one of the 12, appeared. With him was a crowd armed with swords and clubs sent from the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the elders. Now the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. "The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him and lead him away under guard." Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, "Rabbi," and kissed him. The men seized Jesus and arrested him. Then one of those standing near drew his sword and struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. "Am I leading a rebellion," said Jesus, "that you have come out with swords and clubs to capture me? Every day I was with you, teaching in the temple courts, and you did not arrest me. But the scriptures must be fulfilled." Then everyone deserted him and fled. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ.